श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। सर्वेभ्यः शुभसायङ्कालः। शारदा शारदाम्भोज वदना वदनाम्भुजे सर्वदा सर्वदास्माकं सन्निधिं सन्निधिं क्रियात्। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वयम् अद्य सेण्ट् जोसेफ्स् कालेज् ऑटोनमस् बेङ्गळूरु संस्कृतसंसृष्टि संस्कृततरङ्गिणीम् अभिमन्त्रणं कर्तुम् अत्र समावेशिताः स्मः। संस्कृतं जगतः अति प्राचीना समृद्ध शास्त्रीय च भाषा वर्तते। सर्वविधदोषशून्यत्वात् इयं भाषा देवभाषा गीर्वाणगीः इत्यादिभिः सम्बोध्यते। एषा भाषायाः रसास्वादनं कर्तुं तस्य महिमायाः अवगमनं कर्तुम् एषा सुन्दरं भाषां प्रसारयितुम् एव संस्कृततरङ्गिणी सङ्घस्य उद्देशः अस्ति। एतत् कार्यक्रमम् अर्थपूर्णं कर्तुं Dr. Suresh Mahodayah, IQAC Coordinator at the Department of Studies in Sanskrit, University of Mysore, अद्य आगतः अस्ति। मम हृदयपूर्वकस्वागतं व्याहरामि। Thank you, sir. I now request all the attendees to kindly stay on mute at all the times during the occasion. Kindly use the raise hand option or the chat box in case of any questions. Thank you. Moving forward, I request Sahana B. Aital to present the welcome speech of the occasion.
धन्यवादः श्रीविद्या। संस्कृते संस्कृतः शिष्यः, संस्कृते संस्कृतो गुरुः, संस्कृते संस्कृतः पाठः, संस्कृते किं न संस्कृतं। सर्वेभ्यो नमस्कारः। वयम् अद्य सेण्ट् जोसेफ्स् कालेज् ऑटोनमस् बेङ्गळूरु महाविद्यालयस्य संस्कृततरङ्गिणी विभागस्य अभिषेचनार्थं सम्मिलितः स्मः। अस्मिन् शुभदिने अहं सहना ऐताळ् सर्वेषां स्वागतं व्याहरामि। न चोरहार्यं न च राजहार्यं न भ्रातृभाज्यं न च भारकारी, व्यये कृते वर्धत एव नित्यं विद्याधनं सर्वधनप्रधानम्। इदानीं कार्यक्रमम् अर्थपूर्णं सुन्दरं च कर्तुं मैसूरु विश्वविद्यानिलयस्य संस्कृत अध्ययन विभागस्य IQAC संयोजकः डॉक्टर आर् सुरेश महोदयः मम मध्ये उपस्थितः। मम हृत्पूर्वकं स्वागतं तेभ्यः व्याहरामि। अग्रे अस्मिन् विश्वविद्यालयस्य संविधानस्य रेक्टर फादर सेबर्ट डिसिल्वा महोदयः, प्रांशुपालः फादर डॉक्टर विक्टर लोबो महोदयः, रजिस्ट्रार डॉक्टर मेल्विन कोलासो महोदयः अनुपस्थितेः अपितु तेषां स्मृत्वा मम स्वागतं धन्यवादं च व्याहरामि। अनेकजन्म संप्राप्त कर्मबन्धविधाहिने आत्मज्ञानप्रदानेन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः इति प्रार्थनं कृत्वा अस्माकं महाविद्यालयस्य संस्कृतभाषायां प्रधान अध्यापकः संस्कृततरङ्गिणी समितेः मार्गदर्शकः च प्रोफेसर प्रसन्नः महोदयः सर्वेषां गुरुवृन्दं च स्वागतं समर्पयामि। उत्साहिभ्यः सभेनैव कार्यक्रमं सफलं भवति इति सभासदानां मम स्वागतं व्याहृत्य पुनः संस्कृततरङ्गिणी संघस्य अभिषेचनार्थं सर्वेषां मम स्वागतं। धन्यवादः।
Thank you, Sahana. Without the blessings of the Almighty, no occasion attains its best. To make this occasion a blessed one, we have Sanmita Narayan presenting an invocation to Lord Ganesha.
Shri Vidya, give me a second. I think sir has left the meeting due to some issues.
Okay.
Sorry for the inconvenience.
No occasion attains its worth without the blessings of the Almighty. To make this occasion a blessed one, we have Sanmita Narayan presenting an invocation to Lord Ganesha.
Namo Namo Ganganapate Namo Namo Shankari Tanaya Namo Namo Ganganapate Namo Namo Shankari Tanaya Namo Namo Ganganapate Namo Namo अंकुशधर मंगलकर पंकज चरण अंकुशधर मंगलकर पंकज चरण अंकुशधर मंगलकर पंकज चरण अंकुशधर मंगलकर पंकज चरण वारण गणपते नमो नमो शंकरी तनया नमो नमो गणपते नमो नमो पंकज आरती हरण मुदित पंकजासनादि वंदित पतार्ती हरण मुदित कुंकुमाभ गुणनिधे हरि केश कुमार 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 मंदार गणपते नमो नमो शंकरी तनया नमो
Thank you, Sanmita. It was amazing listening to you. I now request Anoop to brief us about the honorary guest.
यद्यद् आचरति श्रेष्ठः तत्तत् एवेतरो जनाः स यत् प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तद् अनुवर्तते सर्वेभ्यः शुभ संध्या. I am J Anup from BSc PCM second year. So on this inauguration program of Samskrita Tarangini, the Sanskrit Association of St. Joseph's College, Bangalore for the year 2021 and 22, we have our honorable chief guest speaker, Dr. R. Suresh, the IQAC coordinator in the Department of Studies in Sanskrit from the University of Mysore. Thank you very much, sir, for making your gracious presence this evening. Dr. R. Suresh was born on 5th January 1980 in Bangalore. Sir has done MA in Sanskrit and he has also secured a PhD in it. And Sir has also done MSc Yoga. And on top of that, Sir has also done PG Diploma in Prakrit language and manuscriptology. Sir was the first and one and only person to study the Veda and the Vedantas from the Mudaliar community. Sir has a rich experience in teaching, around 7 years to undergraduate students and 10 years to postgraduate students. And Sir is also a chief guest lecturer, a BOE member, and the IQAC coordinator in the Department of Studies in Sanskrit in the University of Mysore. About 21 articles published by Sir has been recognized by IASBN and IISM, and the list goes on. Sir has been a part of many national and international conferences, and he has also conducted many of them. And he has also been conducting many webinars and seminars based on the based on the principles of Veda, and he has also been serving Sanskrit language from time immemorial. So it is our honor and great privilege to have you here, sir. Thank you, sir. Namaste.
Thank you, Anu. I now request Dr. Suresh Sir, IQAC Coordinator at the Department of Studies in Sanskrit, University of Mysore, to kindly address the gathering. I also request all the attendees to kindly stay on mute and please use the raise hand option or the chat box to put forward your questions. Thank you.
Namaste. Hope I am audible. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
वसुदेवसुतं देवं तं सचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् अद्य सुदिनम् इति चिन्तयामि यत्र सेंट जोसेफ कॉलेज छात्राः सर्वाश्च मिलित्वा संस्कृततरङ्गिणी इति एकां संस्थां विरच्य मां भगवद्गीताम् आश्रित्य किञ्चित् वक्तुम् आहूतवन्तः. In the beginning or during my interaction, I would use Sanskrita as well as English. Sanskrit samuhah iti kritva madhye madhye Sanskritamapi yojayami. And since many of you are very new to this learning, I use English as well. Before entering into the topic, I am grateful to the association and in particular Sahana Aital, who requested to make a presentation on your behalf. So I'm very thankful to all of you. So before going to the subject, let us have some initial interaction of the importance of Sanskrit, and it can be started from our own names. Here I would like to post some questions like, how many of you know the meaning of your names or meanings of your names? One or two answers can be invited. Meanings. As you know, Sanskrita word will have many shades and modes. Ekasya padasya aneke arthaha sadhyaha. So, your name must have multiple meanings. If one or two can share your experience, I will be happy. I request the coordinator to help them answer.
Yes, sir.
We have. Yeah, sorry, Srividya, continue.
We have 20 MCZ06 to answer.
Namaskara, sir.
Namaste, ಹೇಳಿ.
Yeah, so my name is Sanmita, and I was named by my father. So my name is basically like an acronym. If we split it, it's like San Mi Tha. So San as in from Sanskriti, and Me as in from mother or Mata, like that, and Tha as in from Bharata. So someone the whole meaning comes to it telling that a person or a woman who is a good, who has qualities like that of a mother, who has Sanskriti, and who can as a good woman basically. So I have not met people who have my name that much, and if they have also, they might have been named for many other different reasons, but I haven't asked. I really don't know what it means actually in Sanskrit. But if there is a meaning, please do share. Thank you.
Fine. One more answer or one more response.
We have 21 TEP06 or kindly unmute and answer. Thank you.
Namaskara, my name is Pragnya, and I was named by my grandmother. And I've heard that my name means consciousness, and it also means knowledge and wisdom and life. So that's what I've heard from both my grandparents. So thank you.
Fine. Sanmita and Prajna. The first name Sanmita, you need to explore more because the word has got a unique concept. And as far as Prajna is concerned, she has narrated in a totality. Prajna, consciousness, wisdom, knowledge. It can have even multiple meanings. I am raising this question with the backdrop of knowing one's own name and its multiple meanings makes a huge difference in our own personality. So the first point is we need to explore the meanings of our names. Unlike the other language, Sanskrit has a unique property of having multiple options, multiple derivatives for a particular word. So the more you explore, the higher your knowledge, the greater your possibilities. So please note down, this is the first task that I would like to give you, to explore the meanings of your names. From the dictionaries, from the Sanskrit professor of your institution, Professor Prasanna sir, and from other known circles. There are many possibilities. Don't try to Google because Google will not help you much in this regard. So try to contact the scholars or the reference books. That would be of great help to you. So this is the first point. Second is, can anyone except Sanmita and Prajna, can anyone recollect a shloka, one or two shlokas which carry your name? Let me give an example of myself. Shantakaram bhujagashyanam padmanabham suresham Vishwakaram gaganasadrisham meghavarnam shubhangam Lakshmikantam kamalanayanam yogidhardhanagamyam Vande Vishnum bhavabhayaharam sarvalokaikanaatham. Here you have Suresham. So I'm just giving one example. So if any of you, at least two, can recollect or can recite one shloka which carries your name.
So MCZ 20 MCZ 11 has raised her hand. Kindly unmute yourself and go ahead. Thank you.
Namaste, sir. This is Sindhu. The shloka that I recollect is Gange cha Yamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalesmin Sannidhim Kuru. Thank you.
Good. One more. Any other participants?
Uh, 20 CBZ 21, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. My name is Sri Vidya, and in the Lalita Sahasranama, there is a line which says, Sri Vidyam Shantamurtim Sakala Suranutam Sarva Sampat Pradhatrim.
Could you kindly complete the shloka?
Sir, I can remember only so much at this time.
Fine. Fine. So this is the second point. Try to make a list of shlokas which carries your name. If not possible, try to take the help of the scholars, the known circles, or from any other resources. So this would make you understand the shades and modes of your names. The names carry a multiple meaning, and many shlokas are possible which may carry your name. That is point number 2. And the third point is your name, as Sanmita and Prajna told, it might have been given by your grandparents or parents with some deliberate intentions. Could you kindly explore one or two of you about the reason behind your names? This is the last question, then we will move on to the Bhagavad Gita topic. With what intention your parents or grandparents have given a specific name to you? केन कारणेन भवतां मातापितरौ अथवा प्रपितामहौ नामधेयानि कृतवन्तौ?
20 HEP 022, please go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, good evening, sir. First of all, sir, my name is Neha Sharma, and I have given this name by my father and grandfather. They both were Sanskrit lecturers, in fact. My grandfather used to read lots of Bengali novels, and he found this name Neha in one of the novels, and he liked it. And my father also did like it, so they named me this. Thank you.
Meaning?
So, like friendship, it also means love.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Fine. Na iha, neha. Iha means here. Na iha, not here. That is, it gives way to a lot of meanings. There are many dictionaries available in Sanskrit. Vachaspatyam and Amarakoshaha. So many such Ekakshara Koshaha, many such koshas are available. So try exploring those koshas so that you can know the meaning of your own names. Fine. These three are important. Let me recollect and put it in a very brief ideas. First one is the meaning of our names. Second one, shlokas which carry your names. And last but not the least, the intentions of parents and grandparents who named you. So these three things will help you to explore your own names much better. Fine. Coming back to the subject, Sanskritasya iyam sabha, Samskrita Tarangini, Atmadīpo bhava iti agre likhitavantah bhavantah bhavatyascha. A very meaningful word, Atmadīpaha bhava. So here, from that light, Bhagavad Gita makes a lot of sense. Before going to the text, because as you know, Bhagavad Gita is an interaction between Arjuna and Krishna in the battlefield. It is a part of Mahabharata. The interaction between Lord Krishna and Arjuna is of around 700 shlokas. 700 ಶ್ಲೋಕದ ಗ್ರಂಥವು ಗೀತೆ, ಉಪನಿಷತ್ತುಗಳ ಸಾರವು ಗೀತೆ, ಭಗವಾನ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣನು ಪಾರ್ಥಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ ಬುದ್ಧಿಯ ಮಾತುಗಳು ಈ ಗೀತೆ. So there are about 700 shlokas. The date and time of interaction is said to be around 5000 years ago. There are a few shlokas which gives a lot of inspiration and message which carry throughout our life. So let us take the initial interaction between Arjuna and Krishna. Arjuna, why Arjuna is selected? Krishna is about to make a important message to the public through Arjuna. So here comes a important question, why Arjuna is selected? Because among the 5 Pancha Pandavas, Arjuna is Madhyama Pandava and he is known to be the representative of a common man. That is the one reason. And the other reason is Arjuna has got all kinds of positives and negatives of a common man. He is sometimes highly enthusiastic. On the other side, he falls into the lowest possible lines of one's own self-confidence. So he loses self-confidence at some point, and at other point he wages war and proves himself to be a most or great warrior. So this kind of pendulum swing happens even in our life. Sometimes we are most encourageous, we encourage others, we live the life with full enthusiasm. At the other point of time, we feel that we are despondent and we feel little low of encouragement or liveliness. So this kind of pendulum swing can be seen even in Arjuna. And when Arjuna was ready to fight against the Kauravas, when he entered into the battlefield, he immediately loses his will to fight and says, I will not fight at all. At that point of time, Krishna gives a series of messages, and here are a few important messages. Due to the shortage of time, I will only touch upon a few. The first one is, first chapter itself is worthy of reading. It starts as Vishada Yoga. Vishada is despondence. the misery, sorrow. From Vishada to Prasada, there is a journey of 18 chapters. From Vishada Yoga, from the first chapter, Krishna could read the mind of Arjuna very clearly, and Arjuna gives a lot of examples, and he supports his thoughts with various ideologies. And finally he says there is no point in fighting against the Kauravas, who are none other than my own kiths and kins. And if they are died, for what reason I can live upon my life? They are my gurus, they are my brothers and sisters. I don't want to fight this war. This is the message he gives in the first adhyaya. After listening patiently, Krishna says 2 shlokas. If you go to the second chapter, it is worth reading those 2 shlokas. Krishna never empathizes with Arjuna's sorrow. He says, Kutastva kashmalamidam vishame samupasthitam anaryajushtamasvaryam akirtikaram Arjuna. Kutastva kashmalamidam. Why are you so despondent? Why you are speaking as though you have lost everything? I don't expect you to be so despondent, so miserable. Kutastva kashmalamidam vishame samupasthitam. When there is a war against the adharma, you should not pose your despondence with all these logics. Anaryajustam asvargyam akirtikaram Arjuna. All your logics will not be helpful for you to stand in support of adharma. And he says in continuation, Klaibyammasmagamah partha naitatvayupapadyate Kshudram hridayadurbalyam tyaktvottishta parantapa. Every shloka in Bhagavad Gita gives a lot of life messages. Do you know that Bhagavad Gita is the only scripture in India which has got translated to many of foreign languages as well? And as you know, in spite of so many centuries or millennium, Bhagavad Gita is still relevant because of its life messages. Friends, it's very important to understand that no scripture or no work lives beyond some time if it doesn't carry the potential to upbring the morale of the society. So it is important to know that each and every shloka, particularly a few shlokas of Bhagavad Gita, are worthy of reciting very often. Many people have the habit of reading 1 chapter or 10 shlokas per day. It helps not only recitation of Bhagavad Gita, but also encourages one's own self-will. So the third shloka is Klaibyam Asmagamah Partha. Klaibyam is finding some reason to escape from the duty. Say, for example, you have to submit an assignment on a specific date, and the best efforts are made to submit on date or before date, but occasionally we also feel like giving some lame excuses to escape from our responsibilities. Krishna clearly says, Klaibyam masma gamaha partha. It is not wise to find the excuses. The modern day management gurus, some of the gurus, talk about two things. They feel that Bhagavad Gita is a best management book. Why? Because Bhagavad Gita doesn't support finding reasons to escape, but it supports finding reasons for being successful in one's own ventures. It is result oriented, but not the reason oriented. Those who are result oriented, they will not find excuses or reasons. Those who are reason oriented, they will not be finding results. So here he says, Klaibyam masmagamah partha nai tat tvayi upapadyate. Na tat tvayi upapadyate. It doesn't befit you. You have enormous courage, potential to exceed the expectations of others. You can exceed your own potential in every passing day. Such huge potential is within each and every person. Ataha Krishnaha vadati Klaibyam asmagamah partha naitatvayi upapadyate kshudram hridaya daurbalyam. Many a times, more often than not, we end up in finding some imaginary reasons, which may not be the stumbling blocks, but we imagine that this is the stumbling block for my success. Kshudram hridaya daurbalyam tyatva uttishta parantapa. The first two shlokas summarizes the whole essence of Bhagavad Gita. These two shlokas of Lord Krishna, that is in second chapter, shloka sankhya 2 and 3. These two are good enough. If you contemplate on each and every shloka, you find a lot of meaning. First one is Kutastva Kashmalamidam Vishame Samupasthitam Anarya Jushtam Aswadyam Akirtikaram Arjuna. Second is Klaibyam Asmagamah Partha Naitatvayi Upapadyate Kshudram Hridaya Daurbalyam Yatvotishta Parantapa. If you venture upon any goal, it is not impossible to anyone to stop you. Where there is a will, there is a way. Manaha asti chet karyam kartum sadhyam asti iti Bhagavan spashtataya uttaman. Klaibyam asmagamah partha naitatvayi upapadyate kshudram hridaya daurbalyam. These two words are important. Kshudram hridaya daurbalyam. It is your own imaginary boundaries which are blocking you from going ahead. Tyaktva uttishta parantapa. So he says, raise yourself in every next days of your life. There are two important shlokas with which I would like to conclude. May I take another 5 minutes?
Sure, sir, no problem. Please go ahead.
Fine. So there are two important shlokas. Hopefully all of you would find a lot of meaning into it. First one is Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana मा कर्म फलहेतुर्भूः माते संगोस्त्व कर्मणि. Here in this shloka, most of you might have understood the meaning. कर्मण्येव अधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन. Karmani adhikara. Adhikara is not the power. Adhikara is your freedom. Krishna says human beings have the freedom in doing one's own duties. The results are maybe positive, maybe negative. But doing one's own duty is within the will of one's intention. So here he says, in a very subtle way, he says, if a person wants to be happy, he must find doing things happily. Karmani adhikaraha means one must enjoy doing the things with utmost happiness. Yada aham karyam karomi, tasmin karye anandam anubhavami chet, aham sarvada santushtah bhavami. यदि अहम फलस्य विषये एव आसक्तः कर्मणि अनासक्तः तर्हि अहम आधिक्येन दुःखे भवामि. If I am completely attached to the results and least bothered about the work I am doing, I will definitely be able to end up in misery. So he says, instead of having too much of attachment towards the results, it's better to draw happiness in whatever work you are doing. Very, very crucial message for life. If we are happy doing whatever we are, then happiness spreads around. It is contagious. We become more and more happy in doing the things rather than seeking the results of the works. So this is a crucial message for life. And the second point, second shloka is, most of you might have heard this shloka, Uddharet Atmanatmanam Natmanam Avasadayet Atmaiva Hyatmano Bandhuhu Atmaiva Ripuratmana. There is a proverb in English, success has many fathers, failure has an orphan. Failure is an orphan. When you become successful, many people feel happy to be associated with you. When I am a failure in a particular task or in a particular phase of life, then people disassociated with us. This is the fact of life. Here, we may come across, this is a very initial stage in your life. As you proceed, you come across with various kinds of people. Sometimes we may be successful in our venture. We may have some setbacks in the new avenues of our life. Both are part of our life. So here he says, Uddharet Atmana Atmanam. Self-help is the best help. You must find reasons to uplift yourself in one or the other way. That is the best way. Uddharet Atmana Atmanam Na Atmanam Avasadayet. With small failures, setbacks, you should not lose your heart. Here the shloka says very beautifully, failures gives They give a lot of lessons for our life. Na atmanam avasadayet. Atmaiva hyatmano bandhuhu. At the end of our life, what do we want? We want to be happy. Happiness is the crucial point of our life. So, if we attach the happiness to a particular thing, that happiness may not live longer. So he says, Atmaiva hyatmano bandhuhu atmaiva ripuratmanaha. It is very important to lead the life. Life is utmost important and things are not. The people are not. The people around us may leave us at any point of time. Atyantam atmiyaha duram gaccheyuhu. Atyantam ishtam api vastu mattah duram gachet. I may lose some of my friends, some of my relatives, but at the end of the day, I need to manage how I can be useful to myself and others. Creating such an environment, being useful to myself and others. In management terms, it is called win-win situation. At every point of time, we must see that how I can be useful to others and myself, and how I can help others to be better. Atmaiva hyatmano bandhuhu atmaiva ripuratmanaha. So I feel these 4 shlokas are good enough for us to be motivated, to be inspired, and to elevate ourselves, transform ourselves from one point to the other. I would also urge all of you to select a few shlokas, if not all, like Uddhared Atmanatmanam Karmanyeva Adhikaraste, whatever shloka makes so much of sense to you. Select around 10 and make it a point to read them in the beginning of your day. This is one possibility. The other possibility is reading one specific set of shlokas, 10, 20, however the time suits you. Reading them makes you more enlightened. For your information, Bhagavad Gita has been accepted throughout the world, barring caste, creed, country, community, and so on. So it has a life message and it can be appropriate at many points of your life. So that is the reason people from many walks of life find Bhagavad Gita more useful. Even Gandhiji said, Bhagavad Gita is my mother. Many of the great personalities from different parts of the world felt that Bhagavad Gita is the holistic, practical philosophy. So it provides a lot of information, not only information, the knowledge, the cream of wisdom about many different aspects of our life. I hope all of you would take this message positively, and please feel free to interact with me or any of Sanskrit teachers to know, to explore more about Bhagavad Gita and other scriptures. They are not religious, but they are oriented towards our own life. With this, with these few words, if I have taken more time, apologies. Thank you once again. Thank you. for your
Yes.
patient listening. If you have any specific questions, I'd be happy to interact. Dhanyavada.
Yes, yes, sir. Thank you very much. We have a question. With your permission, I would be reading it out. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana, meaning to perform one's duty without the expectation on the results. It is said by Lord Krishna to Arjuna. Arjuna is somebody who has great control over his senses. We, as normal human beings, have a lot of flaws. How do you think we will be able to achieve this?
In the beginning, I made this remark. Arjuna represents a normal human being. At some point of time, he is fully vigorous. At some point of time, he loses his range. So, this is one. And second thing is, Karmanyeva adhikaraste, and not only this, the whole message of Bhagavad Gita is for humanity. It is not only for Arjuna. Nimitta matram bhavasavya sachin. I have done everything. You become a tool to perform this. So here, Karmanyeva adhikaraste is to be understood from the light of drawing happiness from our activities, not from the results that we receive out of our activities. If we are only result oriented and completely avoiding our activities or work, then our ratio of being successful, being happy will be very less. So he says, draw happiness from your activities, your engagements, your commitments, your associations. That is why it is very beautifully said. It is not important how old are you. It is important how you are becoming old. Sarve vruddhapyam prati gacchantah santi. Everyone is moving towards the end of one's life. So, with this progression, how we are becoming old, that is important. In the sense, with what habits, with what commitments we are leading our life, that is more important. अतः कृष्णः वदति भवतः कर्मणि सत्कर्मणि आनन्दम् अनुभवेत्. भवान् सत्कर्मणि आनन्दम् अनुभवेत्. You must draw happiness in good activities. Obviously, you will get good results, but sometimes the results may not be up to your expectation. In spite of that, you will be happy because you are associated more with the activity, not with the results. For example, let me give an academic example. In today's scenario, examinations have lost their original meaning. Examinations or the degree certificates have become the gate pass to enter into a certain profession. After that, we have to sustain and be successful with our own talent. So, if we are happy in being knowledgeable, if we are happy in expanding our own knowledge, then the success rate is greater. If we are confined ourselves with only the results, then our success rate may not be so happy. I have seen many people who are very good in academics but very poor in life. So academics, good marks, good career, everything is important. I don't demean the value of it, but more important is that how you lead your life. So if the life is charged with positivity, then irrespective of academic results, you will be definitely successful. You must have come across many people who could be very successful in their life, even though they are not good academicians. They must not have scored good marks, but with their positive attitude, with their sustained efforts, they must have achieved great heights. That is the core message of Karmanyeva Adhikaraste. I hope I made the point.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. We have a last question for this evening. 20 MCB 06. Please go ahead with your question.
शुभसन्ध्या आचार्यः। मम प्रश्नः एवमस्ति, भगवद्गीतायाः विचाराः सर्वेषां कृतेपि अत्यावश्यकं वर्तते, तत्रापि युवजनानां कृते, परन्तु अस्मिन् समाजे, आधुनिकसमाजे तु तस्य अपप्रचारः भवति। तस्य निवारणं कथं कर्तव्यम् इति मम प्रश्नः।
अत्यन्तम् आनन्दः वर्तते भवतां संस्कृतवाणीं श्रुत्वा।
धन्यवादः।
निर्दुष्टां संस्कृतवाणीं श्रुत्वा मम मनः मोदते तराम्। किञ्चित् संस्कृते वदामि, संस्कृतप्रश्नः इति कृत्वा संस्कृते वदामि। सर्वस्य अपप्रचारः समाजे भवत्येव, न इदानीं, बहु पूर्वकालात् आरभ्य। यत्र यत्र गुणः तत्र तत्र अपप्रचारः भवति। This is not the first time that Bhagavad Gita or any valuable text or scriptures are under attack. From many different corners, it has sustained many attacks. At the end of the day, the matter which has been discussed carries more meaning than the critical remarks made by others. I feel that we need not to have any reservations about Bhagavad Gita. You must have heard this example: a stone which undergoes a lot of ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಳಿಪೆಟ್ಟು ಅಂತಾರೆ, which is before taking the shape of an idol, it undergoes a lot of hits. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita has felt, or the content of Bhagavad Gita has been discouraged, disputed, and deliberated more than any other textual resources. So the more you debate, the more you discuss, the more you have differences with the text or its content, the higher its publicity. And as far as the message is concerned, since it has a life-oriented message, it will not go out of fashion, or it will not be irrelevant at any point of time. अतः जीवन उन्मुखं वर्तते अत्र उक्तं सर्वम्। जीवनोन्मुखतया अत्र विचाराः प्रतिपादिताः। अतः सर्वे विचाराः ग्राह्याः सर्वैः इति न। अस्माकं यद् अभीष्टं, I am inspired by one line that is good for myself. I am done with Gita. So I earnestly urge you to concentrate upon positive aspects of this scriptures. It has a lot of valuable messages for our life at different points of time. केचन मन्यन्ते भगवद्गीता वार्धक्ये पठनीया इति. Bhagavad-gita is to be read in the old age. It is not for youngsters. But if the life messages are not understood at the young age, Gidavagi baggaddu maravagi baggite. There is a beautiful Kannada proverb. Gidavagi baggaddu maravagi baggite. If we are not able to understand and explore in the initial stage of our life, it is highly impossible to read and follow and digest the concepts of Gita at the fag end of our life. अतः गीतायाः अपप्रचारः एतत् सर्वं मनसः निष्कासयन्तु. अस्माकं कृते यच्च यावच्च उत्तमम् अस्ति तत्सर्वं स्वीकुर्मः. Let the noble thoughts come to us from all directions. That is what Rigveda says. Ano bhadraha kratavo yantu vishwataha. Let us be open to good thoughts, and if the good thoughts encourage us to lead a positive life, to lead a better life, then we are done with that particular text. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was extremely informative. We learned a lot of things. I now request Sri Raksha to brief us about the plans of the association for the academic year 2021-22.
Good evening, everyone. I am Sri Raksha from CZBT second year. First, I'd like to thank everyone present today with us. We, Samskrita Tarangini, the Sanskrit Association of the St. Joseph's College Autonomous Bangalore, are all set and excited for another year of learning through various fun activities. Our plans for the year is to spread the beauty and uses of this language and to be able to appreciate it and give it all it deserves. We plan to act as a bridge between our Indian traditions and current changing world. There is Kantapata, singing, dancing, drama, story narration, and many more activities awaiting for not only the Sanskrit students, but also to the ones who are new to this language. Due to the current situations, we have decided to use the social media platform to our best advantage, and this year's Instagram page is going to be vibrant with all the topics related to Sanskritam, its history, and great works that were and are being written to make sure that it reaches the younger generation like us for the betterment of our lifestyle. We hope and await for your participation and enthusiasm for another successful year. Thank you.
Thank you, Sri Raksha. Next, we have Sri Vidya A from First BSc MCZ presenting a prayer.
शरीरं सुरूपं तथा वाकगत्रं यशश्चारुचित्रं धनं मेरुतुल्यं मनश्चेन लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं कलत्रं धनं पुत्रपौत्रादि सर्वं गृहं बान्धवाः सर्वमेतद्विजातं
Thank you, Srividya. Now we have come towards the end of this occasion. I now request Pratiksha to extend the oath of thanks.
धन्यवादः श्रीविद्या। सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः। मम नाम प्रतीक्षा। प्रथमतः यदि मम संस्कृतभाषणे दोषाः सन्ति चेत् कृपया क्षम्यन्ताम्। अद्यतनकार्यक्रमस्य प्रेरकाः अस्माकं महाविद्यालयस्य प्रधानाचार्यः फादर् डाक्टर् विक्टर् लोबो महोदयः अपि च सेण्ट् जोसेफ् कालेज् अटानमस् बेङ्गलूरु इत्यस्य प्रबन्धकः। तेषाम् अनुपस्थित्यां तेभ्यः धन्यवादान् विहरामि। वयं सर्वे अद्य श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतायां महिमा अस्य दिनस्य मुख्य अतिथेन ज्ञातवन्तः। अस्माकं निमन्त्रणं प्रीतिपूर्वकेन स्वीकृत्य इदं दिनम् अर्थपूर्णं कृतवन्तः। अतः भवद्भ्यः अपि हृत्पूर्वक धन्यवादः। अस्माकं महाविद्यालयस्य संस्कृतभाषायां प्रधान अध्यापकः समितेः स्टूडेण्ट् कोऑर्डिनेटर च श्री प्रसन्न महोदयः तेषां मार्गदर्शनाय प्रोत्साहनाय उत्तेजनाय च वयं कृतज्ञाय। अन्तः अस्मिन् कार्यक्रमस्य सफलतायाः श्रेयाः अहं सङ्घायाः उत्साहिभ्यः सदस्येभ्यः अपि च सभायाम् उपस्थितेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः छात्रेभ्यः दातुम् इच्छामि। युष्मभ्यम् अपि बहुतः धन्यवादः। I once again thank the principal of SJC, management, our honorary guest for the evening, the student coordinator of the association, office bearers, and the members of the Samskrita Tarangini. Last but not the least, I thank the students for sparing their time and making this event a successful one. I would like to thank for the opportunity given. Stay tuned for many more events, competitions, and fun programs by the association and the department. Thank you.
Thank you, Pratiksha. अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो मां ये जनाः पर्युपासे तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम्. I thank everyone for joining us this evening and making it a beautiful one. This is Srividya from 2nd BSc CBZ signing off. Dhanyavadah. Shubha Sayankalah.
Thank you all for joining today's interactive session. Hope you all enjoyed it. Office bearers, kindly stay in the meeting. Sir,